Conversions can be better understood by looking at this following situation. It's going to be a multiplication of two things on one side of an equation, and we'll set that equal to a multiplication of two things on the other side. So there are four things involved here. Now it should be clear that if a single change is made to one of these numbers, the statement would no longer be true. For example, if I were to increase one of these 2's and make it into a 4, well then all of a sudden the equality would no longer hold. So we need to make more than one change in order to preserve equality. Let's say one of the 2's does become larger and it becomes a 4. Then what would have to happen to the other 2 that had been there? It obviously can't stay at 2. What goes in the blank? So what we're seeing is that one of the elements was increased. So what should happen to its friend next to him? Should it also increase because its partner had? Or should it be that it actually needs to decrease in order to preserve equality? Well, I hope this simple example makes it clear that since 2 times 2 on the left would be 4, we need 4 on the right. The only way that could happen is if that number decreases. Now let's look at the opposite. What if instead of increasing that last 2, let's say we decrease it, make it a 1. What should happen to its friend? Should it go down because the other element had decreased? Or should it actually increase in order to preserve equality? It has to increase in order to compensate for the decrease in the other element. This is an example of a constant being equal to a product of A times B, where A and B are called inversely proportional. Whenever A is multiplied by a particular factor, B would be divided by that same factor. As we'll see, this is a concept that will be common in conversions.